In the years following the reforming of the world's governments, many countries have given up all nuclear and chemical weapons and are forbidden to make them. With disease and ultraviolet radiation exposure killing less than 10 million a year, the US government, like other countries, has become corrupt and lazy. Rich foreigners basically control every branch of the US government, with bribes of wealth and power the foreigners can give. At the state level, the system of corruption hasn't gotten a hold yet. Most are smart enough to refuse this corrupt system. States demand that something be done about the corruption, but it has too great of a hold on the federal branches. All reforms fail. The first state to really find a solution to this unbeatable system was Texas. The solution that Texas used was to look back to the first years of Texas, to again become the Republic of Texas. Texas and Hawaii are the only states that were their own true countries at one time or another. Other states broke away from the US, the ones that didn't benefit from the corruption. All the states that broke away from the US formed their own country, called the Federated States of the Republic of Texas, and Sioux Nation, TS for short. The TS was formed on February 12, 2034. 36 of the original US states are in TS, 20 still make up the US. 87% of the US military joined the new government 3 days after its formation. The environment of the US was trashed over the years of corruption. The US had been the world's dumping ground. The rich foreigners dumped the waste of their companies and governments. The new government's first act was to make a law forbidding any form of dumping so that they can clean their new country of all kinds of pollution. The TS became the richest country in mineral resources by recycling all the dumped materials, which were mostly valuable metals, gold, silver, etc. In 2039, the same year TS became the richest country, they started their isolation program. The countries of the world were still having their space race when TS makes its space program safer, better, and starts construction on its own space station by 2052. By 2057, TS has 3 space stations, and construction of the first moon base has begun. Other countries have 1 or 2 space stations. If that, their space programs are failing from non-safe spacecraft and low grades of technology. The technology of TS is 10 times better than any other country in the world, from its space program to its military, making the TS the most powerful country in the world. Because of its isolation program, no other country has TS. technology, the economy of TS, is the most stable in history, in turn having the best living conditions in the world. By 2073, 50%, 280 million of its population live and work in space, with 11 deaths over the space program's life. The other countries of the world having only 1 moon base between them. In the year 2082, TS ends its clean-up program, returning the water and atmosphere to its pre-industrial status of almost no pollution at all. TS making it international law through the new UN. The world will never again be polluted. With the Really Clean World Act made by the new UN, TS shares the technology to clean the world completely. In the year 2094, its 60th anniversary, they stop their isolation program and unveil a space station that can hold around 100 million people and is completely self-sufficient in every way. In 2098, all of the space programs of all nations of the world, including TS, joined to make the Interstellar Space Program of Research, ISPR, for short. TS keeps all of its technology to its people who have specialized in space technology. The construction of the so-called super stations started in 2102. All the materials are made from the buildings of the world, but not historical ones. By 2011, all 14 countries of the world joined to make a 15-member council with 1 neutral member, but to only control international affairs, not to interfere with the internal affairs of the independent countries, unless the country asks for assistance. With only one military force, which is mostly made up from the TS military, it's now under the control of the Council to protect the solar system. Since the recycling of the world's cities, nature is taking over what it once had. By 2134, nature has taken back the world with some help. Only 3 million people are allowed on Earth at any one time, and only for scientific and cultural studies. A little over 6 billion humans live and work in the stars throughout the solar system, on or around the planets of the system. The most epic of the story is about to begin on a bright, fairly clear, sunny morning of February 29th, 2156.